Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lauren and I give a Broncos biased perspective on fantasy football. Week 12 was a shit show. Just a few notes from my lineups last week that we talked about. P. Lindsay became good and bad advice really fast when every Broncos quarterback became ineligible to play due to COVID. What's really interesting about the story to me is that at first they said that Jeff Driscoll tested positive, but nobody else was near him and that was fine. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we have no one. So I feel like Drew Lock called someone like late at night and was like, hey, we didn't have our masks on. That's probably bad, right? What are we gonna do? We're trash already. I've been waiting for a game that didn't include any of those people. So because of that, P became kind of good advice because Lindsay's clearly gonna take snaps from the Wildcat, but also bad advice because we have no offense. So, and if you watched the game or paid any attention to any of the stats, that was a bust. And my whole theory of affording Delvin was also kind of a bust, but whatever, it's fine. The Manning revenge game was also non-existent with Taysom Hill, and what kind of killed me about that and failing, like, that's fine and all, whatever, I'm wrong, boo, sad, sorry. But also that our defense was actually good enough to maybe have won that game could we have put any points on the board at all. And my trash whisperer pick of Golden Tate getting a whopping 7.6 points, also very wrong. Okay, my favorite points of the weekend. First one, man, the Broncos scored. Like, we actually accomplished enough field position to kick a field goal and get 3 points. We only lost by 28 points, which other great moment of the weekend, Tyreek somehow made it through my radar entirely and had a huge game. Ty Freak. And my last favorite part of week 12 is that Antonio Brown is still fucking boring with 2 receptions and 11 yards. Moving on. My moment of vindication for this week is Matt Ryan. The Falcons and Matt Ryan absolutely destroyed the Raiders. A team that has been notoriously so boring and anemic just came out and wrecked them. They outscored the Raiders by 37 points. That's a bigger spread than the New Orleans Broncos game. Also, just a personal thank you to Matt Ryan and all of the Falcons for beating the Raiders and knocking them down a peg. I don't really have fantasy beef this week. No one really goose-egged me. It was just another week of a ton of mediocrity. Like, I got a bunch of people in that, 7 to 12 point range. That point range that I literally don't care about. But I do want to take this moment to talk a little bit about Will Fuller and the Texans scenario. Will Fuller and also Bradley Roby. Will Fuller and Bradley Roby have both been suspended for 6 weeks due to the NFL's, you can't use these because performance enhancing, illegal, whatever, I don't know the details. They're suspended for 6 weeks. The Texans also just released Kenny Stills. Randall Cobb is also on IR. Not that he was really doing a whole lot anyway, but so I guess maybe we get to see if Kiki Kuti has just been bad this whole time and he's been a healthy scratch, or if there's another reason. Guess it's the B Cooks Kiki Kuti show? No? I bet they are regretting getting rid of Kenny Stills now. Not to mention, week 12's not even over. We have another game tomorrow night. Maybe. Well, guys, that's it for the recap of week 12. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, forget the stats. Play with your heart. And may the fantasy gods be with you all. Why is my passcode needed to enable Touch ID? The whole point is I don't